I said chicken wings. Chicken wings is always a go-to for me as a
Okay.
Roman Empire,
Hmm.
or the populations of cities.
I'm trying to think what my Roman Empire is, but when we started filming, obviously I thought about the Roman Empire every day, all day.
Hi, it's
Hey.
wonderful to see you. How are you?
Yeah, good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm so excited. I really loved the film. I saw it at the premiere in LA and it was wonderful. Thank you for being there and introducing it.
No, yeah, thanks.
And I just have to ask, how often do you think of the Roman Empire?
I thought about the Roman Empire much more when I was directly involved with the Roman Empire than I do today. But I think I've used up a lot of Roman Empire thoughts in the space of the last year.
Yeah, so you're running out
Yeah, I'm
of
running out of
ways.
steam with Roman Empire thoughts,
I
but
mean,
yeah.
that's understandable. And you saw a lot, of the bad side of the Roman Empire. So I don't know if you want to,
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Lucius is the subject of everything that is kind of wrong about the Roman Empire.
right. So it's a lot of sad things. Do you have, your sort of Roman Empire that you do think of now instead of the Roman
Like
Empire?
like as in my Roman Empire.
Yeah, your Roman Empire.
My
Yes.
Roman Empire. I never fucking. What is my Roman Empire? I said chicken wings. Chicken wings is always a go-to for me as a
Okay.
Roman Empire,
Hmm.
or the populations of cities. I would say I like knowing what's whenever I'm in a new
Did
city. I like to
do you know the numbers off the top of your head of
no,
population?
but I was in Austin recently, and I was like, until I found out exactly like it's 982,000.
Mhm.
So
Of course it is.
does that qualify as Roman Empire?
I think so. If
Great.
that's what you want. Yeah. Great. I mean, I think mine is the end of normal people, and I blame you for that, even though you did not write it. But
But yeah, but I
it's,
was directly involved.
yep, it's your
Yeah,
fault.
yeah.
I do have to ask you about the Pedro forehead kiss because I talked to Denzel and he was telling me that he also kissed a man and that was cut. So, are there other kisses that we don't know about?
Yeah,
Did Pedro
it was pretty much
know?
every scene that I was in. I just tried to get a kiss in, and then Ridley
That's
just
what I,
yeah.
yeah.
That's kind of my calling card anyway, as it is. So no, that's the only one for me that was cut.
Oh man. Okay, so did Pedro know about the kiss or was it spontaneous?
It was spontaneous, and he was it. Yeah, it was spontaneous. Yeah, it was spontaneous.
Well, I will need the footage. I need you to email that to me once you get it.
I'll let Ridley know that we need to get it ASAP.
Thank you. And my next question is, I mean, how are you handling the nerves of headlining a Ridley Scott Gladiator sequel?
I think I'm doing all right. I thought um, I think it helps that we've seen initial audience responses to the film, and it's gone down really well. So I think it puts us collectively as a team at ease going into the next few weeks. So thankfully, people are enjoying it.
I loved the film. I wore rings and, inspired by your character.
Yeah, I see you got all
I
10
love when you,
fingers. There you go.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. Double sometimes, you got to get them all in.
What
Like
kind of what,
every time.
what about the earring game?
Oh yeah. Oh
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
I
Okay.
mean, not yours is probably your game is probably better than mine, but I'm trying. I'm trying to be as cool as him because really he's very cool. Um, and I wanted to get started. In a recent Q&A that you did, you mentioned your excitement to work with Ridley Scott and that he was a big part of you wanting to be in this film. So I'm curious, is there any other directors that you would sign on to a project in a heartbeat if you saw their name?
I've been having great conversations, or I've had some great conversations with Paul Thomas Anderson and Steve McQueen, and Ryan Coogler, all great directors, and I don't know. I would love to work with them.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see something in the future. And you work alongside Paul Mescal, and I have to ask, is it difficult being tough and sometimes ruthless to him when he seems like such a sweetheart? Your character has to has to kind of get into him sometimes.
Yeah, you're being a little sensitive. He's a sweetheart. He's not a sweetheart.
Well, you would know better than me, so you.
I'm supposed to kill him. He's a sweetheart. See, that's what's wrong. That's what's wrong. This world. No, I'm sorry. What was the question? You said what? You said, was it hard to want to kill him because he was?
Yes. Was it hard?
No, I want power. I want everything. I want it all. So no, it wasn't hard. No, I can't give it away. It didn't how it turns out, but.
Right. We'll have to see who wins in the end, but you were on your own side. I love to see that. And your character makes a few remarks throughout the film about having a relationship with other men in the film. So I wanted to ask, how gay is the Roman Empire?
The entire empire, or I actually kissed a man in the film, but they took it. They cut it. I think they got chicken. I kissed him.
I was going to ask because I just heard about the Paul and Pedro forehead kiss that apparently got cut.
I'm not sure about that one, but yeah, I kissed a guy full on the lips, and I guess they weren't ready for that yet.
Oh man!
I killed him about 5 minutes later, but you know. Yeah,
I mean, it's Gladiator.
Yeah, it's Gladiator. It was the kiss of death.
And I know we can't say a lot about what goes on in the film, but there is a prop that you use towards the end to kind of wield power over others, and it's kind of disturbing.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to ask, what was your reaction to that, if you can say anything on it, and how you went about that scene.
You got to stay ahead of the game.
Exactly.
Did you catch me? You caught what I was saying?
I love that. I love that. What is it about the world of Gladiator that draws you back and makes you want to carry this story forward?
It's Ridley. It really is a question of Ridley, and then my obsession with archaic Greece and ancient Rome. I just have always had this obsession with history and philosophy, and then there's an obsession with Ridley as a filmmaker. And having the two in one package is just irresistible and truly, truly creatively life-giving. And a really strong, visceral experience as an artist.
So if someone were to ask you how often you thought of the Roman Empire, you would probably say often then?
Yeah, and it was especially when I was younger, it was one of the moments that really so interested me. I was interested in why it is that societies, especially so-called golden age societies, cycle out of their golden age. And I've always wanted to understand, I think because I was born in the 60s and I sort of had this idea that we had just come past the Second World War and the losses of that Second World War that were very viscerally alive to me as a young kid in Europe, and it just seemed impossible that people could have done that to each other. And so I think I was just drawn to history to try to understand why this happened, and so that's will account for my obsession with it and the Roman Empire as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And in this film, you're one of the few powerful women that we see within the Roman Empire. So how did it feel to portray such a strong female figure in this setting?
I just understand that there were no powerful women in Rome. Women had zero power. They had no status whatsoever except as society fixtures. And so that doesn't mean that women aren't powerful, as we all know even today and always have known. Our power, we hold it within ourselves. And we have been working to make sure we don't only hold it in ourselves, but out in society. And so I have always been very inspired by female leaders throughout my time and taken my cue from amazing biographies and stories about women throughout history who have done incredible things. And so Lucilla is in part definitely inspired by some of all of those women who have taken power and wielded it well during many, many different times throughout history. In this case, she is someone who has not been allowed to hold power for herself, but who knows intrinsically what are the values and what are the things that Rome needs in order to fulfill its promise.
I am so excited to discuss this film. I saw it a few weeks ago and it was amazing. You did a fantastic job. So thank you for your performance.
Thank you.
Okay, are you familiar with the trend of asking someone how often they think of the Roman Empire, right?
Yes,
Okay.
I'll be honest. I wasn't until
today?
I think it happened while we were filming. Like I hadn't heard that, and then in the middle of production, someone showed me that. They were like, "Here's this thing on TikTok, and everyone's asking about how often you think about the Roman Empire, and all these guys are thinking about the Roman Empire like all the time."
So you didn't think of the Roman Empire before the film then?
I mean, I thought about it once occasionally, but not with any extreme regularity. And
Not
then,
like the usual, yeah.
yeah, I guess not like what some others have said. I'm trying to think what my Roman Empire is, but when we started filming, obviously I thought about the Roman Empire every day, all day.
I mean, that should be expected. But yeah, it is difficult to I don't know what my Roman Empire would be either. It's hard. I think right now it would be your pet monkey because they're wonderful, honestly. But it changes, you know? And I mean, I just wanted to ask, I feel like you have the most fun role in this movie. You got so lucky, at least in my opinion. You get to play such a wild character alongside Joseph and Dundas. So can you just tell me a little bit about if this was a dream role for you?
It's beyond a dream. I feel very blessed and grateful right now because I feel you hit certain points where things you couldn't even fathom in your brain are around you. Like I'll tell, like, I love Ridley Scott's films. I would have never thought that I would have a monkey on my shoulder as well as being in them. You know, there are things that are just go beyond the imagination. And so, yeah, it was great. It was great working with Joseph, and it was great working with Sherry is the name of the monkey that plays Dundas. It was great working with Sherry as well.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Can you tell me just a little bit more about you working with Joseph and really just like honing in on how like chaotic you wanted to be, how evil, how funny, and just like finding this balance of creating these twins?
Yeah, we wanted them to be both codependent and highly competitive, sort of in a cycle with one another, you know, where they live for each other and they also live to destroy one another, and that those things are connected and also a part of the family dynamic that precedes them, so you feel that sense of history. I loved working with Joe. I felt like we were an old vaudevillian duo, just, you know, practicing our routine and then bringing it out into the world. And I also felt like there was these kind of unsaid connections, that we both had independence and these secrets that we were harboring about the characters that would then come out in pivotal moments of the movie.